Hello everybody, it's Knife here. Today I have a really cool video for you. Check it out.
Candle.
Hey everybody, it's Knife here, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite games, Tomodachi Life. Now, this is a title originally released on the 3DS, starring the Miis. Now, if you don't know what a Mii is, whether you've been living under a rock or are 6 years old, they are the avatars for the Wii system, and it's pretty much a way to self-insert into some games, and it's pretty fun. You know, they originally had Wii Sports, and I ate that up as a kid. So a life simulation game where you can take care of and look after Miis. I mean, that's $1 million idea right there. I don't know why it was on the Wii, to be frank with you. However, it was not the first game in the Tomodachi series, although a lot of people think so. The first game was Tomodachi Collection, and it was originally released in Japan. And yeah, it's Tomodachi Life on the DS, pretty much. It's smaller, there's less things. It's pretty cool to see how the game evolved from that. Okay, so first the game asked you to make a Mii that looks like yourself, and I made Shreknoricus Lazarindin, aka Teddy. Doesn't he look like me? We even have the same... I pointed the wrong side. We have the same mole. It's my own face. How do I not know that? After giving Teddy life as his creator, he asks me to bring him some more friends. Now, there's a few ways you can do this. You can scan Miis from a QR code, you can bring them in from the Mii Maker on the 3DS, or you can make them in the game. I added, my dad, my sister, my new cat, and Dr.Phil, just to have a few people I'm close with on the island. And myself. Forgot about myself. So the reason why I kind of forgot I put myself in the game is because you're supposed to usually put yourself as the first Mii. And the reason this is because all the other Miis will call you Blanks Lookalike. So since I have Teddy over here, everyone's calling me Teddy's Lookalike. That's not my name, you stupid bitch. And yes, I know, before I get any comments about it, my sister and father's name are sister and father. We have a weird Berenstain Bears thing going on. Don't even ask me my own name. So this game actually lets you add a little bit more of depth to the Miis. Besides just having arms and legs this time around, they have voices and personalities too. When the personalities don't really affect much, the voices are something. Listen to this.
What? I wonder which one I should flip. I did it.
Yeah. You can also give your Miis gestures, like Dr. Phil over here.
I'm Dr. Phil.
That's how I feel too when I'm Dr. Phil. Oh hey, it's okay, sweetheart. I got a little scaredy cat. I'm gonna try to get a picture. I'm gonna try to get a picture right here of my cat. He's a little scared, baby. Okay. So once you have a few Miis on your island, they're going to want to meet each other. Now, this is where the personalities come into play a little bit, albeit not much. In this little instance is where we see two Miis interacting and hitting it off. Now, this doesn't always happen. Sometimes Miis will meet each other and not become friends, or sometimes they will be friends and be friends for a bit and then get into a fight over something. So when Miis start fighting one another, it is your job as the omnipotent god of this island to calm them down. You can do this one of a few ways. You can give them food, or you can give them clothes, or you can give them one of the many items that I will get into in a little bit. So each Mii has their own XP bar. Now, that'll go up depending on what foods you give them, or what clothes you give them, or if you do some sort of task that they're asking of you. And when they level up, you're able to give them things such as a new interior to their home, a new catchphrase, or even a song. I saw you there. You said, a song? What? Don't worry. You'll know when you need to know. And let's get into some of the stuff you can give them to help them raise that level.
Oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do it. These are lies that I told myself while recording this video, and I'm here to tell you now that anything is possible. This video is gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Believe in yourself.
So the first thing is food. Now, there are a bunch of different kinds of dishes and food from all over the world, which I think is pretty cool. Learning about some new stuff is always fun. Now, each Mii has foods that they like and dislike, and accompanying animations for the extremes in both ends. I think it can get pretty dramatic, but also, I mean, I feel this, you know? So the next thing, I'm actually lumping two things together, are clothes and hats. So there's a bunch of different kinds of clothes for men, women, unisex, and then there's even costumes, like you can be a cat or like Santa Claus or something. And with the hats, it's more like there will be like hats like this, like a cap that you'll wear on your head, or there will be like a little hair piece or something, or a full-on like afro or fried prawn hat, you know, the goofy ones. The last of these things are interiors. Now, there's, I guess, two types of interiors. There are the ones you can give your Mii upon level up, which there's 5 or 6 of them. And then there's the ones you can buy. And there's a bunch of different kinds of those, and they can be really expensive. Outside of the apartment windows, you can see one of 5 indicators. The first one being a black scribble, which means that the Mii has something they want to tell you or do. The second one are green lines, which means that the Mii usually has a game they want to play. The third is an orange smiley face, which means the Mii has a question regarding friendship. The fourth is a blue cloud, which means the Mii is feeling bad in some way, whether they have a tummy ache or are heartbroken. And the fifth, which you get very rarely, is a pink heart right outside your window. Now, this means that a Mii is in love. Now, unfortunately, you can't be gay in the game. This is a very big oversight by Nintendo, and something they've actually talked about and are going to fix, hopefully, in the next game. We'll see, though. So, there's a few different things. There is asking someone out, marrying them, and then having a baby. Those are the three reasons you're getting that indicator. Now, I'm only going to touch on the first one because I want to leave the other two as surprises for you. And also, I couldn't get them. This is a life simulation game. And just as life, this was moving a little too slow for me. So when a Mii wants to ask another Mii out, they will ask 2 questions first. They will ask you where they should do it and how they should do it. And well, let's just see how this worked for Mustang.
Wait. I love you too.
I love you more.
So, who do you choose?
Hello, Fumangongagoy. I'm so glad you feel the same.
So, what do you think about us becoming sweethearts?
Oh my god. I don't think I would ever wish that on my worst enemy. Jesus. Okay, so when something like this happens, the Mii's XP bar goes all the way down and then fills up with a new blue bar. This blue bar is the sad bar. You want to get the sad bar all the way down by giving them food or clothes or something to do. And once it goes down, they're not sad anymore. I wish real life worked like that. Some more items you can give your Miis are a bunch of these random ones in this little random column. These are different things from stomach medicine to hair dye to like a plane ticket. So these are given to you after you do things for your Miis, and sometimes your Miis will even ask for these items. So it's good to kind of keep a stockpile going. Alright, now that we got the Miis out of the way, let's get out of the apartment building and check out the rest of the island. So here you are on your island. Somehow it has an address, and mine is 212-694 Crescent Isles in the Soda Ocean. Now, in the game, since it's a life simulation game, time moves as it does in real life. So make sure you're not messing with that system clock or else they'll know. So, the first building you see, and we've touched on it a little bit, and I would say arguably the most important one, is the apartment building. Now, this is where all of your Miis are housed, and usually most of where you're going to be interacting with them. The actual apartment itself feels almost like a dollhouse, how they have those open rooms, and yeah, you can just kind of see into everybody's rooms and see what they're doing, whether they're like scratching their ass or playing the maracas. You can see it. Now, if you're concerned about space, don't! The hotel expands as you add more Miis. To the left of the apartment building are all of the shops where you can buy things such as clothes, food, hats, interiors, and that's it. There is also a pawn shop where you can sell all of the things that you win in the minigames. So, usually there's this little block guy that's at the counter of all the stores, but on rare occasions, one of your Miis can be working a part-time job at one of the stores. Right below the apartment is the fountain. Now, at the start of the day, a donation rally is held where all of your Miis line up and put money in a clear piggy bank for me. There is also the morning market, which is one of 3 daily markets that happen throughout your island. And lastly, at 6 p.m. to, I think, 7, there are rap battles. Wow. I mean, the rap battles alone have brought this game from a 9 to a 10. But do you want to know what brings the game from a 10 to an 11?
Dr. Phil, I am Dr. Phil, I am Dr. Phil, I am Dr. Phil, I am Dr. Phil. I am Dr. Phil, I am Dr. Phil, I am Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is spinning a white studio audience. I am
This is why I got this game as a kid. Seeing your Miis sing songs is an ethereal experience. So here, like I had mentioned before, upon leveling up, you're able to give your Miis songs. There are a few different genres to choose from, and when there are the default lyrics, which are fun and kid-friendly, you can change them. Now, with these songs, you are able to do solo performances, or if a few Miis know the songs, you can do group performances, where you got like a singer, a guitarist, a bassist, a drummer, backup dancers, you got it all, and it's all your Miis. Alright, I'm gonna knock out a few more buildings that I don't care about really quick. So, first off, we have the Town Hall. This is where you can check your records, like your collection, you can add Miis, that's really it. There's the rankings board, which has a bunch of different kind of rankings from who's like the cutest boy to how pampered your villagers are. There's the compatibility tester, which does just that. It tests the compatibility of Miis. And the photo studio lets you take singular or group photos of your Miis. The observation tower is the first of many recreational buildings for the Miis. You can see Miis skating here, or playing baseball, tennis it is, that's what I'm thinking of. But probably the main use of the observation tower is Quirky Questions. This is an event that you can hold at any point in the day, and you question your Miis about many different topics. It's like Mad Libs, pretty much. Next up, we have the park. I at first thought this was actually a place where not much happened, but there's actually a lot of events that happen throughout the day. There's the afternoon market, which happens in the afternoon. There's frisbee, there's a barbecue, and I'm forgetting one. So hey, look, you guys get a surprise. The beach has Judgment Bay, where you can draw in 2 to 4 fields and have your Miis randomly pick them. I never really saw the point of this one. The cafe has some Miis coming to it for some juicy gossip. You can have boys gossip or girls gossip groups only, but no intersex. So the next building we're talking about is the amusement park. Now, there are a few things to do here, and I don't want to spoil them all because they're pretty fun, but we do have the night market, which is pretty much the same as the other markets. Now, you might be wondering, why do we need 3 markets throughout the day? Why does it matter? Why should I go to them? Well, the first one you see is for food only. Now, this might be a food that you want your Miis to try or just don't have for your catalog if you're going that completionist route. The second one in the afternoon is for clothes. You're able to get some pretty crazy clothes. And the third one is a mystery bag. So the last building we're talking about is the news tower. Now, every day at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., you can get a little fun news broadcast talking about some random topic. The news tower also documents every single time you do something big, like open a new building or help Miis 100 times or someone's birthday. Now, it is a good thing to note that most of these buildings have requirements, such as having 15 Miis on your island or having a Mii confess their love to another Mii. This game is awesome. I love it. I love it so much. It's just, I mean, it feels like there's so much character and life everywhere, especially the more you play. And once your island is all opened up and you see your Miis around the island doing stuff, it's like the game I always wanted as a kid. Before I get into my wants for the sequel, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on this game. Like I said, I love it. This game's awesome. It embodies that Nintendo charm that I feel a lot of Nintendo IPs have. And my only problem is that after a week or two, once you get towards kind of what the end goal in the game is, it feels like there really isn't a bunch of content. You can keep going, but there's no new content. So after a while, everything just gets kind of stale, and then before you know it, you have an island full of dead Miis that have been laying there for 6 months. But nonetheless, this is a game that I have continuously came to, I wouldn't say year after year, but at least every couple of years. It's really always fun to do what I consider a playthrough of the game. You get all your Miis on the island, you do all the stuff, and then once you get a few Miis that are married and have kids, that's it. Usually the fun is done for me. But I also kind of think that's okay. I don't think every single video game needs to be something that you can sink an endless amount of time into. And I think that's kind of what makes Tomodachi Life so special, is that it's not a game that I could have been playing every single day for years. It's something that I enjoy in the moment when I'm playing it. Now on to the sequel. I'm worried. Nintendo has had this, thirst for crafting. Kind of started in Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where you're kind of cooking food, and that's cool. I can get behind that. This isn't going to be like a chronological list. This is just how I noticed it. Then there was Tears of the Kingdom. There's a little more crafting. Animal Crossing: New Horizons. You're crafting everything. That is, don't even get me started on Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Yeah, I'm worried that there is going to be crafting. Now, I think crafting items can be a cool concept in the game. I mean, hell, there's Minecraft, which is another one of my favorite games of all time. And, I mean, as it says in the name, you craft in the game. But I feel some games will add crafting as a way to pad runtime. Like, you have to get all of these resources to get this thing, as opposed to like, oh, do this mission, or do this thing, and then you have this thing, or like, buy it, If you haven't seen the trailer for Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, you should, because it's really hype. It's cool. The Miis look really good. I want gay marriage in the next game. I think it's kind of crazy that, like, people will have to make, like, two Miis that are men, but have one of their genders technically set as female to get that going. I think that's a little silly. So get with the times, Nintendo. I want more of a gameplay loop. Well, I don't want a gameplay loop. I want more of an experience past, like, having a baby, I think there should be Miis that don't want to have kids, don't want to be in relationships. I think it would be cool to kind of expand on, like, the whole job premise. They could do some fun mini games with it. Like, let's say you go visit your Mii at their job. Oh, I'm doing this, and then it's like it prompts you with a mini game, and if you win, I don't know, you get some money or something. So I like customization, but I feel that over customization can kind of make a game feel like more lifeless. It feels more like you're playing with action figures as opposed to playing a game. Now, granted, I mean, it's not like a game's alive, but it does feel like if you're able to change every single thing, like, again, in Animal Crossing New Horizons, you can choose where your villagers move, you can literally reshape the land, you can make them wear what you want them to wear. I mean, you can change every single aspect of that game. And it gets to a point where it almost just feels artificial. Like you're living in a world that you have created, not a world that you have helped build, I also noticed that there's no hotel. I think this is kind of a good I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's a good idea in the sense that it kind of can expand the island, make it a little bigger. But at the same time, they might be just making the island bigger for no reason. And how are they gonna, because with a hotel you expand up. When you need more houses, you gotta find land. I don't know how that's gonna work. So I also want the customization that's in Miitopia on the Switch. For some reason, they just went all out there, and you can customize the Miis really, like, very detailed. And I mean, that would just be cool, because then you get to make more lifelike Miis. I feel like that was part of the problem with, I feel Miis in general, up until that point, was you could make them kind of close, sometimes pretty accurate, like, like Dr.Phil, Peter Griffin, but, like, it can be hard for other people to get that look. Lastly, I want more songs. I want so many more songs. And don't even think about putting a profanity filter on it. Don't even think about it. Okay, so I don't know why I had regional differences at the bottom for some fucking reason, but alright, so the last thing we're going to be talking about with this game are the regional differences. Now, usually in most games, regional differences will be small things like tweaking slang or something, but in this game, there's a lot. Obviously, there's the voices which are changed, but there are many foods that are exclusive to each region, like fish sticks to North America or chicken tikka masala to Europe. There's also instances like how the football minigame is changed to a sumo wrestling minigame in Japan. Alright guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would definitely say if you can, get a copy of Tomodachi Life and play it. It's a really fun game, and I think it's something really fun to come back to every couple of years. But that's it from me. Bye.